Dovetail Games is dead. Long live Dovetail Games. Yes indeed, I'm sure you've already heard the news by now. Focus Entertainment have bought 100% of Dovetail Games and now have complete control of the £50 million a year train sim makers enterprise. Certain members of the team are gone and a new and exciting era awaits us all. But will Focus Entertainment be able to finally deliver the level of quality product that we have all been desperately waiting for? Find out my thoughts in this video. If you've been a long-term fan of Dovetail Games and specifically Train Sim World, then you will undoubtedly have heard of me, 𝐒𝐢𝐦. And depending on your sheep-like disposition, you will either think of me as a man who tells it like it is, or, as Dovetail Games would have you believe, a deranged lunatic who doesn't know what he's talking about at all. Either way, Dovetail Games has been forced to listen to my criticisms, recommendations and predictions for years, and truth be told, Train Sim World 3 was almost a carbon copy of the recommendations that I provided to them in a little video called Is It Time to Trust Dovetail Games? So, as it stands, some key figures have either quit or been removed, and I have to say, that's a bloody good start. Focus Entertainment are a long-standing and well-established game publishing house with a lot of great games in their locker, but they are not a development house. So, if you are hoping this transition will bring with it properly implemented object-oriented programming and as a result a far tighter management and implementation of bug resolution and overall product quality, then you might want to stop holding your breath for the time being. There's going to be a long wait. I'm absolutely certain that in the long run, Focus Entertainment will want to take complete control of the code that Dovetail Games produce and completely cut out the third-party Indian dev teams that Dovetail Games have been reliant upon for the entire time. But this is not something that can possibly happen over the space of a weekend. My prediction is a minimum of 12 months and a maximum of 36 months before we see something truly significantly change. Because let's face it, somebody is going to have to hand-pick through all of the legacy code that Dovetail have been copying and pasting for the last 10 years or more. Now there are some key things that we would like to see. These are just 5 or 6 of my own. I'd love to hear what yours are. But I think we can all agree we'd like to see proper quality control for DLC before it is released. No more of this, we will fix it as we go. If it's on the list, then it's being worked on. What a load of rubbish. Proper controller support. Now that's something that Focus Entertainment's SnowRunner team have never managed to do. So the jury's out on whether or not we'll ever actually get to see proper controller support in the game, but I have my fingers crossed. I'm also pretty sure we'd like to see better performance on all platforms. Now, Focus Entertainment's dev teams have really delivered some incredible looking games, so there is a very good chance that we can see some significant performance enhancements and even graphical enhancements and even feature-rich graphical performance enhancements like dynamic weather, for example, in the coming years, or maybe even in the coming months, because I've always felt like Dovetail Games have everything they need in order to produce it, except for the skills and time and willingness to do it. So that's probably one of the things you could expect to see sooner rather than later. Now, I've sort of half mentioned this already, but a single point of update, by which I mean a single fix that improves all relevant DLC regardless of when it was bought or when it was implemented. I am so sick of DLC being fixed one at a time. If Dovetail Games deem it worthy of their attention, this is simply not the way to run a business. Now, one of the things I think they're going to have to expand into, whether they want to or not, and I'm sure that they do, is multiplayer support. With SimRail, or is it RailSim, I always forget, knocking on the door, this is a critical element, and something that Dovetail Games promised, I don't know, 6 years ago? I've lost count. I've literally lost count. And I'm sure even those that love Dovetail Games in the Train Sim world and think I'm some sort of idiot, that we would all like to see the end of their regular and pointless version updates which they use consistently as nothing more than a money spinner. Let's hope that stops straight away. Graphically, Dovetail Games have always been on point with their trains. I have never been critical of the way their trains look. And some of their routes have also been pretty jaw-droppingly good. But let's be honest and let's be fair with each other. The quality level across the board has always fluctuated and wavered, especially around quality control, audio implementation, etc. Now, this is mostly due to the lack of professionalism within Dovetail Games and their priority to try and drag more money into the business without actually ever having to do anything too much to earn it. I have been critical of Dovetail Games for that approach for a very long time, and I genuinely believe, that this is the best thing that could have happened to Dovetail Games' Train Sim World. Focus Entertainment are, if nothing else, professional, and their long list of high quality games is a testament to their professionalism. I would love to be able to see the changes going on inside of Dovetail Games over the next 3 years. If they invited me to do a on the wall or off the wall documentary showing the changes that the team is going through, I would do that for free, with expenses paid obviously. But I would love to be in there and see all the changes that are going on. I hope, as I always have done, that Dovetail Games can finally man up to their mistakes, fix them, and actually start delivering the level of quality that we all have always really wanted to see and known that they're capable of, but unwilling to produce. I think Focus Entertainment could be the silver bullet for Dovetail Games, but I'm going to give it 36 months, 12 months to 36 months to see if they can actually do it. If they can actually turn around Dovetail Games' Train Sim World in 3 years, which is something that Dovetail Games couldn't do in 10, then I will be absolutely ecstatic. And I'm 100% behind them, and I support them in everything they do from this point on. But as soon as they start producing poor quality DLC like Dovetail Games did, I will be back to complaining about them, as I quite rightly should. Guys, tell me your thoughts. What do you want to see in the next 3 years? I am so excited to see the transition that Dovetail Games might be making here. This is a really exciting opportunity, and I cannot wait to see what they produce. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye for now.